I feel like we need to lighten it up. I want you to be a regular. I think you're amazing. I don't even, and I'm here like you're the star. Okay.
No.
I'm like, you're the star. You've like given vital information to so many people that I cannot give because you're talking about manifesting and career and life and manifesting a husband. And you're like, I manifested it all and now I'm on the next chapter.
I didn't manifest it. I think it attacked me in my sleep. And now I've woken up from the nightmare that has been, yes. Okay, so I'm just trying to get through. I feel like your advice is much more needed.
Well, my advice is don't settle and don't do things because other people are telling you to do them, which is why it took so long for me to find someone. And here we are. I
also don't think it's so long. Like everyone's like, it's so long. 1 year goes by in a day. It's like, what do you mean?
What do you mean it took so long?
It didn't take long.
It did. It took me 7 years.
But it's not taking 7 years. You grew in 7 years. You became a person in 7 years. Like, who the fuck cares?
I do, because now I'm 40 and I'm like, might be too tired to have a kid and not too old, maybe, but
beautiful.
I'm terrified to take care and do more work because we like to sleep.
You were less terrified when you were 25 and wanted to sleep?
No.
Right. So this is just a lifelong, you are young and nubile and beautiful and you've done all the right things and you've gotten to this place and you get to decide now whether or not you want to throw all that away for a kid. Like that's your...
Throw it away.
Yeah, throw it away. Garbage. Done. Sorry. Even if you get to maintain it, you're still like, well, it's just not the same. Like quality of life is just not the same.
Well, that's the thing. I feel like you had energy, at least you were in your 30s. Like, what am I going to do?
I was in my 30s. I was at 38. What do you mean?
I got married at 38.
I was 38 with an alcoholic, drug-riddled body. What are you talking about? I was like depleted everything from my system, and I was like, let's have a baby. Okay, I was like a chain smoking fucking troll.
Are you still smoking?
No,
because I was like, I haven't seen you smoke once, so I'm like, is it finally done?
It's finally done.
I'm proud of you.
I'm not. I really hate it. I hate everything about not smoking. It was the thing that made me happiest in the world.
Really?
And still to this day. I've only broken twice. So I quit smoking in 2000, like the end of 2019, right before I got pregnant with Jamie. And I've broken twice in that time. And both times have happened in the last 2 months, obviously. And I got to tell you, it was
understandable.
Delicious. It was like everything I knew it would be and more.
I remember it didn't matter what the weather was. It was like 2 degrees and you were outside. I don't know how you did it. I was freezing.
I was the only person that I knew that never quit once. Not once. And was like proud. I wanted to smell like it. I didn't like kissing people that didn't taste like cigarettes. Yeah. I love everything about cigarettes. There's really nothing I dislike at all. It makes me really sad. And once my kids are no longer threatened to being orphaned, I will start again and I will start hard.
I love that. Yeah. I love that for you. And
dream.
You made it look good.
Because smoking's cool.
And now kids are like vaping and all that other stuff.
Everyone who smokes like really loves cigarettes. Fucking cool. That's why you start smoking.
Don't smoke.
Don't smoke. Really don't smoke. Yeah. Because you don't know how good it is. It's like, don't do heroin. Like,
I would hope not.
Don't do crack.
Yeah.
Like, that's the, right. It's like, but it is that good. It is like what you dream of.
We're not condoning this.
No, I'm not. It's awful. It's horrible.
Horrible.
I don't smoke. I now don't smoke. Yeah.
And you slipped twice.
I slipped twice.
On purpose.
Well, it was the last 2 months, and I was at both times. I was at one time I forgot. I thought I only smoked once, and then I hung out with a friend the other day, and she was like, "No, bitch, you smoked with me too." I was like, "Oh no!" Okay.
And you did it.
Yeah.
Well, you're forgiven.
I mean,
I guess
I'm not upset about it.
You're like, I'm fine.
It was really exciting.
I'm hearing that J-Lo and Ben Affleck might be getting a divorce again.
Okay.
I don't know what to say.
Okay. This is how I feel. I feel like Ben Affleck fucks women around a lot.
Yes.
I think he is a fucking needy, moody little bitch. And I think you can deal with it for like a little while because you're like, oh, you're an artist and you're kind of hot. Mm. And then you're like, and I dated you before and you're in love. And then you're like, oh, wait, I hate everything about your sad ass.
Yes.
Like, that's okay. Like, it's okay that she has standards for herself.
Yeah.
Like, Jennifer Garner. Poor Jennifer Gardner. Like,
he dropped her like a hot pocket.
Hot fucking potato. And the kids and the whole thing. And she was still like the classiest, like most upstanding, lovely woman who then just met someone else, now has a rich, full life that she knew she was going to have.
She's happy.
Yeah, and she's happy. Like, I don't know. Seems like we should be demonizing someone.
It's him.
Maybe J-Lo is not the way to go.
Well, that's why people are always like making fun of J-Lo and the amount of rings she has. But I'm like, she just has standards.
Dope. No, but she's also dope.
Well, she also had standards.
Sorry that you got proposed to like 7 times.
I'm sorry
you're amazing.
All those men cheated.
Yeah, well,
like, what did you want her to do?
But also like, who cares? Who cares? Like, everyone's it's because it goes back to P. Diddy. Like, that's the problem. So now everyone sees her as like a fucking MTV hoe that fucked P. Diddy to get famous. And the truth is, she is a multi-talented, badass woman that looks 20 when she's fucking 60. And it's bullshit. It's all bullshit.
The kids hate
Everyone's
her
so mean.
Because she made a movie about herself and apparently didn't do well.
Okay, so what does that mean? She made a movie about herself?
Yeah,
like
it's all about her.
A documentary? Or
it's kind of like a documentary.
So what's the problem?
There's a lot of backlash.
You're not allowed to make a documentary about
that she considers herself A-list and she paid $20 million of her own money
to make this movie.
Because
nobody else would make this movie about
exactly.
her. So okay. I get it.
But people are mad and are saying she's over, she needs to give it up. And it's like, why do we do this to women after they reach a certain age? That's all this is.
Because she's not sagging, because she doesn't have one stretch mark, because she looks insane and we're so jealous we can't breathe. Because Selena will forever be the best movie.
Love that movie.
Like, poor fucking J-Lo.
And
Why
Made
is
in Manhattan.
everyone so mean?
Yeah.
So
People
mean.
are just mean.
I know.
I think J-Lo is an icon, but it's her downfall era.
She's not Cher. She's not Madonna. And she's not claiming to be.
I think that's the thing. I think they think she is. And maybe she is.
She gets to make a documentary. She's got like an EGOT, right? She's got something. She
has a Tony?
I don't know.
I'm like,
no.
Maybe she does.
No, I think the answer is no, she doesn't. But I'm just saying.
I don't think she has an Oscar.
She's done very well.
You just gave her an EGOT and she doesn't have any of them.
Good, I don't care. I want people to stop hating on every successful, beautiful woman that crosses their paths. It's really fucking annoying at this point. And all of these sort of like grimy bottom feeder men are like, oh my God, it's fine. They didn't do anything wrong. They're totally okay.
Right.
Like what? Come on.
Agree. I'm obsessed with Selena Gomez and Benny Blanco.
Okay.
And he is what I think every girl should look for in a person.
God, really?
Yes.
Okay, I need
a sweetheart.
I need reasons. I need like real.
I think he seems just like a nice dad.
A nice dad.
I
know.
That's what people should look for.
You're right. And the nice dad is number one. I will say, if you're a nice husband and a nice dad, really don't care where your talent lies.
Yeah. He happens to be one of the best music producers, which I didn't even know because he's like 12.
And she's very sweet.
She is. But a lot of people don't like her either.
Why?
I don't know. Something with the kidney and not talking to her friend who gave her the kidney.
Oh, really?
Yeah, don't act like a geriatric millennial right now.
I'm so I had kids. I have a 16 months. I have a 16-month-old kid. I don't know what the fuck's going on.
You need to get on TikTok.
I know what's going on in Vanderpump Rules.
Yeah.
I know what's going on in the Valley.
Well, I saw Ariana Madix opened a sandwich shop.
Oh.
I know that.
Oh, girl.
Saw that on Instagram. I don't know anything, though.
And I'm the geriatric millennial. Listen, that's old news, buddy.
Oh, really? Fill me in. Because I don't watch the network I was on, because I don't watch TV. So fill me in on that. What's happening there? The
TV.
Valley? Are you watching The Valley? Who's watching this? People are watching The Valley.
Everyone's watching The Valley.
Are you going to watch these people till they're 70?
I mean, I might. I see no reason why I shouldn't. I think it's like the most disgusting, bottom-feeding thing I can do. Just like really dive into it. Just yeah, it's really. You will love it.
No, I won't.
You will.
I can't watch those shows. I've never watched any of those shows. I would watch like 10 years ago. I haven't kept up. I don't watch any TV.
Kept up.
I don't have
it's like
the
riding
attention
a bike,
span.
Baby. No, it's like riding a bike. You can get right back into Bravo. It's real easy. Nobody has the attention span. That's why they watch reality TV. You don't have to pay attention.
You don't.
To any of it. Okay, I watched Baby Reindeer. I was like...
Okay, can you tell me about that without telling me about it? Because I'm terrified because I'm only reading like it's scary. That apparently it was his life.
It is his life.
So what is it?
It's not super
Spoiler
scary.
alert.
Spoiler alert, there's a stalker.
Okay. Am I going to sleep at night?
Yes.
You know I'm a scared baby.
Ridiculous.
I know, but you already said stalker and I'm like in the hotel room alone.
A female stalker to an anorexic male who was trying to have a stand-up career that failed. And then, after said stalking incident, wrote a book. So he's now famous.
And made a movie about the woman stalking him?
And she then just came on Piers Morgan and was like, by the way, I'm a lawyer and I'm going to respond to the absurdity of your show. Like what you portrayed me as.
Who do you believe?
Definitely him. She's out of her mind. She stalked like 12 other people. It's not like
she does this for a living.
Correct. But it happens to be a lawyer. And I think he made her out to seem like adult. Okay. And that I think is the problem. She wasn't like combating that
the stalking part.
Yeah, she was like,
no, I did that.
No, I did all of it. Like,
but I'm a lawyer.
No, but like I'm not an idiot.
I'm an intelligent stalker.
And I'm not that gross either. Like they cast.
Yeah, I heard like there was some issue there.
She's beautiful. Like she's short and big. She's like, teapot, but she's got a beautiful face. I mean, I don't know. They just made her out to be like frizzy and
creepy weirdo.
Frizzy and crazy and inarticulate. And I feel like
Kathy Bates in a Dolores role. What was that? Dolores? Do you remember?
Yeah. Kathy Bates in anything, first of all. But poor Kathy Bates. I love her so much. Again, like another case of just like we can idolize Jeffrey Dahmer, but we have to make this woman out to be an ugly idiot.
Yeah.
It's just like, come on, man.
And so what's so scary about the movie?
I don't think it's scary at all.
Why are people so terrified of it in the comments?
I don't know.
Is it graphic?
There's rape. Yeah.
She rapes him?
No. Another.
Okay.
I don't want to like spoil anything, but there's rape. There's drug use. There's more rape. I don't know. There's like a little.
That sounds something like I can't watch that.
What's wrong with you?
I'm scared of those things. I can't watch those things.
You have to desensitize yourself.
No way. No.
Why?
You know what my husband is doing right now while I'm away?
Yeah.
Watching all the things on his queue that he can't watch while I'm there. That's what he does when I travel.
Do you know that I would watch his surgery videos? Do you know that I would be awake if they let me with someone doing surgery on me? I would... Like, it's just, come on. No, nothing? All right.
No. He's watching all those things that you're watching while I'm away. They're on cue because I cannot. It scares me.
Okay.
Like, I didn't watch American Nightmare. I didn't watch any of those
American
things.
Horror Story?
No. American Nightmare. It was
What's American Nightmare?
It was on Netflix as well. Something went on.
Should I watch it?
Yeah, apparently a lot of people liked it. It was like number one.
Okay.
I don't know.
All right. I'm in.
Yeah. But we went from Benny Blanco to murder.
I know. It happened fast.
Do you have an opinion or no?
Benny Blanco. I have an opinion. I think they're both very sweet. I didn't know about the kidney thing.
It's a thing.
I do really, really trust Martin Short in his opinion of everyone. And if he loves her, I love her. So
I didn't watch that show. What was it? The Murders?
I didn't watch it either.
Okay, so never mind.
I just love Martin Short.
You're just like Martin Short.
But it was Building Murders or something.
It's coming back, so.
I know.
Yeah.
It's like third season.
Yeah.
Yeah. They got into it.
And I'm not
Steve
watching.
Martin's fucking gem.
I'm not watching Bravo.
Love of my life.
But I love Steve Martin, and my favorite movies will always be Father of the Bride. And because of that, I had a dream to get married in my backyard, and I did.
Oh,
Except we didn't have guests because we couldn't agree.
Also, that house is my dream house.
That is my dream house.
I know.
Absolutely. That's a dream like everything.
I know.
It's like the perfect movie.
I know.
But speaking of Bravo, since you mentioned The Valley, which I have not watched, I saw today on IG Kyle Richards is coming back for season 15 or 14. And I'm just like, shocker. But like, do you think she was actually in a lesbian relationship?
Yeah, and I think there's no harm or shame in it. I think she had an attraction to this woman, and I think this woman had an attraction to her. And I think what happened behind closed doors happened behind closed doors. But I think there's also like a responsibility of her to her children not to be like, yo, it's been day 2 and I'm banging ladies. Like, I feel like anything that she's trying to hide, like, let's let her hide it for a little bit. You know what I mean? Yeah. Mauricio doesn't have to hide shit. He's like, I'm banging ski instructors, like every whatever day. He's doing. Yeah, exactly. Like
for the past decade.
Yeah, I don't know. It's fine to keep it close to the vest. Be you. She's already admitting to being bisexual.
She did?
Yes.
Okay. I missed this.
Yes. So it's, I think it is what it is. I like her.
I love her.
Yeah. I mean, they're just good people. Who do I like? Bravo. Who do I like? I love Lala Kent.
Oh, yeah.
Lala Kent is...
She's having another baby. I like her answer was like, no one else owns it. It's just mine now. I don't have to share.
No, but like that...
Makes sense.
Talk about torture. This poor girl was groomed by this disgusting... seriously.
Okay, but what was she thinking? I'm sorry. She has a brain. Thinking, like, why did she want to be with him?
I'm young. He is powerful. He is in control of what could be my burgeoning career. He's telling me he's obsessed with me and he loves me and he'll do anything for me. And nobody, I felt, has been there for me like this man has been there for me. And he's leaving his whole family for me. And like, fuck yeah. What do you mean?
I just
the
feel
neck
like
thing doesn't. I married a 400-pound man. Okay,
I know, but she's such a beautiful woman, stunning, and I just don't know how you're sleeping with that. Maybe I'm asking you the question as well. Well, you didn't.
I mean, you wouldn't let me, so.
Just saying what we discussed.
Yeah, no.
I'm like, are you Lala?
I wish
did we
I
come
was
to
Lala.
that conclusion?
Could I be Lala?
No, but I'm just like, okay.
Yeah, no.
I just didn't understand that because she's a Bravo lab. She could have been with anybody at the time.
Everyone framed it in the worst possible way. They did the same thing with Sheena, which is you're a young girl and you're breaking up a marriage and you're the demon. You're they're the victim for no reason. And you, who were basically just out of puberty and has like 3 burgeoning pubic hairs, need to take full responsibility for everything a fully grown man initiated.
Yeah.
Like, it's wild. Anyway, they did it to all of them. And for years, I thought so too. I was like, slut, like whatever.
I never thought anyone was a slut. In
fact,
I always just was like.
I was on the bandwagon. I can't deny. But not because I wanted to be on the bandwagon, but because I'm conditioned to be on the bandwagon. And like, it's true. Yeah, I'm drinking the Kool-Aid. That's it. I'm watching a show. They're framing it a certain way. This is how I have to look at it.
Yeah. I never saw them as that. Also, I didn't watch the show, but I knew enough from social media. Now you can just watch a whole show on social media, which is what I do. Like, I watch the main clips and figure out the stories. But I just thought they were women with so much going for them. And so why were they settling for these men? Like, that's what I didn't understand.
Young girls with no self-esteem.
And then I had, thankfully I had my parents like yelling every day not to do that.
Right.
I did. That's why I fought with them so much. I'm like, because of that, they're like, how did you turn out this way? I'm like, because of you.
Well,
I waited so long.
Well, yeah, but I also think that it protected you against a lot of things that, right. So I think there's a lot of fear in parents that are leading these young girls and children, especially in a country they don't really know,
right?
That seems wild. So I think that in the moment, yes. However, I'm sure you felt like you were handcuffed to a radiator with someone.
It's a catch-22.
Yeah,
it's like, okay, you don't end up most of the time making those decisions, but then you do miss out on a lot, and you learn things later in life, and you think everyone's nice until they're not.
I mean, it's just terrifying.
Yeah.
But also I think that there are things that like I didn't have to experience that you experienced that kind of blow my mind. Like there was a story. We were working at Tahari together, and I think it was maybe, I don't know, it was kind of deep in, maybe 4 or 5 years in. And you were a young 30s, really young 30s, like bright, just turned 30. And your mother called you, and I don't even know if it was at work that she called you.
She would call at work, and everyone knows this. God bless my mom, but my mom would call at work and yell at me for not being married.
Wild. I mean, just scream at the top of her lungs and then cry.
Yeah, she
would. And then guilt you.
And then I would cry.
Right. And then you would cry.
And then I'd drink cucumber vodka in your room.
And then we would come together, and because of everyone's just disgusting view of themselves, we would just get shit-faced in the middle of the office. But you had one incident where your mom called you and said that she had set up.
It was the snake chakra healer, because they took me to a special snake temple in India.
Right.
And apparently I had bad snakes in my chakra from my past lives, bad past behavior.
Which was the reason you were married.
That's why I wasn't married.
Right.
And we went to go pay a lot of money to this temple to remove the snakes. And it was like knowing this trip was planned for me, a family trip. We made a family vacation out of it. And I remember just being at this temple, like, and then I had to wear a ring from the temple for like 3 years. And I remember 3 years of it, I was still single. And I was like, I'm not wearing this anymore. Like, this is ugly.
I call bullshit. Yeah. Year 3, I call bullshit. Yeah.
But like a lot of brown people, like it's in our culture, we do these rituals, and, you know, it's sad. And my mom will say now, if she hears this, that I'm being disrespectful to Hinduism and the religion and all of that.
You did it.
But I did everything.
Oh my God, you flew immediately out. You were gone.
I didn't have a choice.
You took a Tuesday off work. I remember.
Yeah, and I remember I thought I had a visa to go to India, and I didn't. And so I found out the night before I didn't. And thank God New York is one of the few cities in America that has an Indian embassy that's open.
Oh my God.
And I went and did that and faked a death certificate that someone had died. And it was like, but yeah, like for you not being brown, you were like, what the fuck is this?
It was wild. Yeah. I was like, are you kidding? And I couldn't even fathom what you were feeling at that moment, because it just felt
like no matter what I did or accomplished, if I wasn't married,
it didn't matter.
It didn't matter. Yeah.
And I think a lot of people internalize that, but you had a lot coming at you.
But because I had all of that happening, I made sure, like, if I could make it through that, like, I'm not succumbing to the pressure. Because a lot of my friends got married because of the pressure, and now they're divorced. Or like unhappy, or they just did things because they had it takes a strong person to put that aside. And I don't know why I had that in me, and I didn't cave, because they were, they're trying to break you.
It's dope. They are, I mean, little
to get
by
married,
little, really chipping away at your self-esteem constantly. It's wild.
Or like your sister can't get married.
Just like, don't ask you do. Me.
Like, they don't get it.
Like, shut
up.
Like
brown people, brown parents, like their life is about you getting married.
I mean, I feel like all parents a little bit. I mean, except for my parents who didn't care what I did ever.
But you were the baby.
Right, but all to my detriment. They're like, do whatever the fuck you want to do. I don't care. You don't.
They're like that with my brother.
You don't matter. It's fine.
No, he matters, but like they were already done by then.
Right, you're done. I agree.
My mom's like, marry whatever you want.
Yeah. You're not my responsibility anymore. I did this twice.
Yeah.
So
Well, once someone got married. My brother and my sister are still single.
Well, yeah,
but they don't have the pressure.
I mean, raising you.
Yes.
I mean, I already raised two children with strict regulations. You're the third.
I even checked the marriage box, being the oldest, so they're not even pressuring the other. They're like, good luck. You know?
Oh, man. Thanks, guys. Now I have resentment forever.
I know. But we've moved past that, and now I just want them to be healthy and happy, but I got over all of that. But it took a long time, and I realized at my wedding like how much resentment I had.
Yeah,
because I didn't enjoy my wedding. The planning process, everything was just like maddening, and I was like pissed the whole time. And I felt like we're finally here, but you made the journey so miserable.
Yeah,
that it didn't matter.
I feel like it's all miserable. Like, I don't, if anyone enjoys
who's enjoying their wedding planning?
Holy shit. I don't know who
I'm surprised me and my husband made it to the wedding, because there were times in the relationship, the way I spoke to his mom, my mother-in-law, the way we were all talking to each other, I was wondering, like, at one point, is my husband now going to say, how dare you talk to my mom like that? I don't want to be with you. But he didn't. He stayed quiet. He's a quiet guy, but that's because he's got other shit going on.
I like that. That feels good.
He didn't interfere or ever once say, how dare you talk to my mom like that?
Because maybe he thought you were right.
Maybe. And my mom, in fact, was the one yelling at me. Like, how dare you embarrass me? I didn't raise you to talk like this. But I'm like, if you don't voice your opinion in the beginning, then you gotta do it in the beginning. For those listening, like, if your mother-in-law, your mother, the family, like, you have to speak for yourself.
It's true.
Speak up for yourself.
The truth is that you're just going to wind up hating them in the long run. You're going to resent the day. You're going to hate your day. I mean, just silly.
And now my mother-in-law's, I'm glad we had all of that in the beginning, because now we're so open. There's we're not like walking on eggshells or anything.
That's nice.
Yeah.
My mother-in-law is dead. Not that I have a mother-in-law, because I'm not married anymore.
No. Yeah.
That's really, that makes me.
Well, because we were also the first in both our families. And it was weird for my mother-in-law because my husband's the middle and he got married first.
Who's the oldest?
His brother. Yeah, his brother. And like 40 plus. Now he's married.
After you, though.
Yeah, after he got married last summer in Greece, which was great. But it was the first wedding for my mother-in-law as well.
Right.
And so you were the guinea pigs.
Yeah.
You deal with the shit.
Oh, God. I want to know what you said to her.
I was saying some pretty ratchet shit, to be honest.
No way. I can't even imagine.
I wanted to get married in Lake Como.
Okay.
And my husband comes from a very big family, and I come from a very small family. So I didn't understand like needing to invite every single relative.
Right.
And, we're talking people in their 80s, 90s, their aunts and uncles, and not all of them can come to Lake Como. And then being Indian, knowing like you just invite everyone, everyone's not going to come. But we couldn't agree on how many people we wanted to invite just because of that. And then me saying another ratchet thing, like culturally, you don't ever say no kids. And I was like, I don't want kids at the wedding.
Oh.
No. Oh. I said no kids. But anyways, we couldn't agree on anything. And so we got married immediate family only in the backyard.
It's still sweet.
It was sweet. No, now we started a trend.
Yeah, I got to tell you, it's so much better.
Everyone now in our friend group is doing it that way.
That's how you should do it.
And people who were fighting us on that are now doing the same thing. I was like, well, until it's your wedding, shut the fuck up.
Agreed.
Don't involve yourself.
Why do you care?
Because I know there are some relatives, like, it's a time for both families to get to know each other. It's like, no one needs to know each other.
I'm never going to see you again. Ever, ever, ever. Okay, I'm going to see you, what, you're someone's fourth cousin?
Exactly.
Once. This is when we meet. No. No, if you don't want to travel, don't travel. It's fine. Yeah.
But how did you plan your wedding? Because I remember like just it happening. I don't remember the planning phase.
Because it was a nightmare. I just couldn't breathe and I couldn't do it. No, but I didn't do it. I just sort of phoned it in. And then And then it came to the guest list, and I was like, okay, well, you get X amount of people, and I get X amount of people. And so I invited my people and didn't really check on Adam's people at my husband's people, and they didn't come. So we had like half a wedding.
I didn't realize that.
Yeah, it was, but I have to tell you, the thing that I care least about right now is that wedding. Like, if the one memory that I could be like, take it or leave it, it would be that wedding.
Yeah.
I could have gotten married at City Hall, no problem, with a photographer outside and gone and had drinks. Like, it was so unnecessary.
Yeah. And I also want people listening who feel pressure to throw a big wedding and don't have the money to do so. Don't do it.
Don't do it. Go to a diner. Invite your people.
Yes.
Get burgers and fries. Like, that is
and
the
hire
way
a
to
good
go.
photographer.
And one good photographer and get your dress. That's what you spend money on. Your dress and the photographer. That's it.
Absolutely.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Ugh. If I could live a life all over again.
What would you do if you had to, your next wedding, let's say, if you don't ever want to get married again or
City
whatever.
Hall.
City Hall.
City Hall, photographer. I'll pick the dress. Everyone meets at a bar. No
Love
problem.
that.
And I am very rich. I could throw a big wedding.
Yes.
And not if you paid me.
You wouldn't, no. So I was thinking to do a fun 40th.
Yes. That's what you spend your money on.
That'll be the wedding I never had.
That's what you should do.
But everyone's like, we're not going to Lake Como yet again.
I'll go to Lake Como.
You and me.
Okay, it'll just be, right.
I'm like, that's what it's going to be.
It'll be us and like my kids and the nanny.
Yeah. Because all my friends now, unfortunately, are tired of traveling to people's weddings, and I didn't have that. Right. So now everyone's over it.
I'm not over it. I'll be there.
Yeah.
With bells on.
Bells on.
Yeah. Yeah, I feel like the next party needs to be big. Have a big party and have it done your way.
Yeah.
Like, I didn't get like my 40th Adam through. It was definitely for him.
What did you do?
For me. He threw a party at a space. It was, I mean, just like the opposite of what I would want. I mean,
what did you want?
I mean, I always thought, because I like sort of like everyone I want there is there. There's no like limit to the guest list.
Okay.
I want like kind of a shithole somewhere where no one feels uncomfortable. I want everyone to dress how they want to dress and behave how they want to behave and actually have a good time. I don't need past hors d'oeuvres.
I would like that for my birthday. I mean,
that's what's fun. You just do it right. So you do buy out the bar and you do get food and you do get balloons and you do have like but you do it in a way where it's not like
stuffy. No one wants to be stuffy.
Annoying.
Yeah.
So anyway, it was very nice of him to throw me a party.
I think so. Yeah. Thoughtful.
All of a sudden we're trying to be nice.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm like being nice.
It was very nice of him to throw me a party, but it was definitely a party for him instead of a party for me.
Are you throwing a like separation newly single party? Some people do that. That's like a thing.
Like a divorce party. No, I don't.
I was throwing divorce parties over men I spoke to once.
Right.
So.
In a divorce party, don't they have to be there?
No, I've never heard that.
Oh, really? I thought it was like a...
I didn't know, like a mutual divorce party? No.
Yeah.
I would say then like, no, that is not what I thought it was. I thought like a party for you. Like a new chapter party.
I'll throw a party for me
That's
any day.
what I'm saying.
I love a party for me.
Yeah.
Yeah, maybe. I don't know. I got tickets to like a weird concert and I bought like 20 of them. If anyone wants
this weird
to go.
Concert?
I think it's Green Day.
That is not a weird concert. Wait. That is iconic.
Well, sort of, but it's also like, I mean, I'm just old and like, but I had like a friend contact me and were like, who wants to do this? And I was like, we'll get tickets.
Yeah.
Like, who cares? So I bought like 100 tickets.
Where is this?
It's here.
Okay.
I have to look it up. I don't even remember anymore. This was like a year ago.
Okay.
But yeah, I bought a lot of tickets. So for this concert, wait, it's Green Day and somebody else, Smashing Pumpkins and Green Day. Right, Smashing Pumpkins and Green Day. Now everyone hates Smashing Pumpkins because there's issues that we're not going to discuss. Yeah, you want to come? I think we're going to
I don't know when. I'm in Arizona
August.
Now. That's my life, so I don't.
August. I think it's August. But yeah, and I think it's just going to be a really gross, weird, I feel like I'm going to wear a belly vest, just very distant, and maybe get a spray tan and go.
Have you ever gotten a spray tan?
Once.
Okay.
And it dripped off immediately.
Okay.
Because it was 97 degrees out and I'm a sweater. So that's. Have you?
I actually did once, oddly enough. I don't need a spray tan, but I got one because I learned that to even out my skin tone,
yes,
it would be good, except I looked orange.
Okay, so
and I didn't know I could look orange.
Of course.
And so I looked orange and I hated it and never again. I thought they would make me look even, but instead I just looked orange.
Well, they will, but it has to be a good place.
Yes,
you have to pick your color.
I went to Boca Tanning. It's a big chain.
Yeah, you can't go to a chain.
Oh.
You need to go to a
But
specialty.
this was, again, I was in college.
Yeah,
I don't
that doesn't
know.
count.
And I haven't been still traumatized.
Well, it's 20 years ago.
Yeah, that was the last time.
Spray tanning technology has gotten much better.
The Browns would not know. We are not in the market.
That everyone that gets a glow up
has a tan.
Hella better tan. And I don't.
In the white world.
I don't have a tan ever. And I've never been tan.
I don't think you need one.
I might need one.
I can't imagine you with a tan.
Because I feel like I look dirty. It doesn't look good on me. It looks.
But I feel the same way when I get a natural tan. Because I get melasma, I don't look bronze and golden. I look ashy with a tan.
I get a real tan, and I think I'm allergic to the sun. I don't think I'm allergic to the sun. I'm allergic to the sun. Yeah. So every time I get a tan, I'm just super swollen. My eyes are tiny, and I'm so red. It's not pretty. And then it fades into dirt. It just looks like I've rolled around in